Hi folks, I'm going to tell you a story which is a microcosm that explains the essence and epitomizes the greatness of the United States of America. The year is 1962, South Vietnam. A young man graduates from the South Vietnamese Naval Academy. Remember, this time, North Vietnam was communist, South Vietnam was not. So this young man, Thong Ba becomes a naval officer in the South Vietnamese Navy. It is now 1975, some years later, after his graduation from the academy, and he now finds himself as a commander of a South Vietnamese naval base. Well, 1975 was the year that South Vietnam collapsed under the communist oppression from the North and from the Viet Cong. Well, he told the people under his command, go back to your families now because your families need you. He took what was there of his family on a fishing trawler. The other half of his family was further into Vietnam. He was unable to rescue them. So now he's on this fishing trawler, commanding this trawler, with 400 other refugees out at sea. After a few days, they were running out of fuel, food, and water. And over the horizon comes a warship, a United States warship, and they rescue these 400 somewhat odd refugees, take them to the Philippines. From there, Thong Ba and his family were taken to California in a refugee camp, where a family in Virginia agreed to sponsor the family and had them sent to Virginia. Once in Virginia, Commander Thong Ba, or ex-commander, one-time commander Thong Ba, he did not just feel sorry for himself and his family. He went out and got a job. He worked as a bag boy at a supermarket. But he did not just stay in that position. He went on to become the manager of the store. No, the story does not end here. Yes, it's a wonderful story, from commander to refugee, bag boy to a store manager. Wonderful American story. But it continues. In 1975, when he found his family as refugees, remember, only half his family. In 1983, they become U.S. citizens and were able to be reunited as he sent for the rest of his family. But in 1975, his youngest child was a 5-year-old young man named Thong Ba. He was one of the refugees on that boat with him. He now becomes a young adult and he wants a naval career just like his father. Well, he wasn't going to serve in the Vietnamese Navy. He was an American. He's an American citizen. He's been a child here since 5 years old. He's American. So what does he do? He earns himself a congressional appointment to the United States Military Academy in Annapolis and graduates as an officer in the United States Navy. Only in America, kids, can that happen. The story continues. He now becomes, some years later, a commander in the United States Navy. And he commands a U.S. warship, a destroyer. Now, we still go on with this story. That warship with another warship recently under his command went to Vietnam on a goodwill tour. He docks in Da Nang, Vietnam, and at the dock there to greet him was the communist officials because it was a welcome visit. Could you imagine what was going through the minds of those communists when they saw the commander of the United States Navy warship, the mightiest navy in the world, coming off the gangplank there, and he was once one of them? Not a communist, but a Vietnamese citizen. Commander Thong Ba of that U.S. Navy ship, he said he was very proud to be an American citizen and to represent our country, his country, the United States of America. He did not hyphenate his identity. He was not an Asian American, a Vietnamese American. He was a United States citizen. He went on to say he was also very proud of his Vietnamese heritage, as we should all be. Very proud of our heritage, but realize we're part of the American melting pot, that we take the best from around the world to make this the great nation that we are blessed to live in today. To his father, Thong Ba, thank you for rescuing your family, bringing them here to the United States, and contributing to making our nation a better nation. Thank you. And to the rest of you, we'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. See ya.
We are springing to the far for 300,000 more, shouting the battle cry of freedom.